Hey folks, welcome back. This is Lucid. I'm here with Sakane.
Hello, everybody.
And we've got another turn for you here in new casting.
Looks
Uh,
like a quick one.
looks like a quick one. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, let's do it from the map. From the messages. I mean,
Yeah, it's so
I
quick we
think
don't
it'd
want
be
to miss
fast.
anything. It's gonna
So,
take us forever. So Zedaean's clearing out Earth elementals. This is a Throne of Gaia event, I think, but I'm not
yeah,
sure. Lemuria strikes out.
not quite a doom stack, but a minor
Yeah.
consolidation of forces to take back a province that Raga had taken from him.
Yeah, I don't feel great about this. Like, you could have taken this with less. I mean, it's probably everybody that was already under this. No, you had two. Like, you're going to be able to take out minor PD with less than this. So, I don't know.
Yeah, and he risked losing a lot if he miscalculated.
Right.
Why
It's
don't
like,
let's check? Okay, yeah, sure. Let's look at that. That looks like a throne battle, right?
oh yeah, let's watch this. So, it looks like he finally did muster up the courage to attack the throne. And attack the throne he did. Look at that big, glorious Mary's army.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Got lightning bolts coming down. He's casting that. Oh, the chart makers. Did he do a communion?
I don't see one yet.
No, he didn't.
Where are the flaming arrows, dude?
Flaming arrows isn't actually. Oh, he does have these guys. Yeah, he has to get concentration, I think, to get it off. You need to be fire
That's
2
true.
and
It might
Phoenix
be a
power.
little early. Yeah, he'll need Earth. He'll need Condition 3 and Captain 4.
Yeah. I wouldn't say it's early for, like, you could have it out by this time in the game, certainly, but
Yeah.
it's not, like, super expected. But if you're rolling a huge crossbow dim stack, it's definitely something you want to get as soon as you can.
Also, if he's planning to fight Abysia, then maybe extra
Yeah,
fire damage
flaming
isn't
arrows isn't really going to help.
not a
It's more like
priority.
friendly fire. Friendly
Yeah.
fire
So he
arrows.
doesn't take too much friendly fire here,
Yeah.
which is good. That was the biggest risk.
Yeah, so that's pretty clean, but pretty easy throne too.
What throne is this, by the way? Oh, that's a silver throne. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Coming down, we have a battle between. This is going to be nothing, I'm sure. Oh, no, no, no. Okay.
Well, it's nothing, but it's with the Timu. This was the army that had fought off the throne of Gaia.
Right. And then Gath. I don't see a battle for Gath on the fort. So Gath is sitting on top of a 40 crack but hasn't done anything.
No, he didn't. He moved. You know,
Oh, maybe he saw that
it's
all
another
happen.
case of the zero PDs. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, maybe there's a whole lot that's happened because we can't. But we
There's a
can't see
lot of
it.
Diplo going on here, I'm sure. Okay, so take a look at Lemuria. So
Okay.
Gath was
It
on that fort
moved to
and
this one.
moved to that one. And I don't know if all that stuff that's on that Gath, formerly the throne that Gath was on, I don't know if that was there underneath or if that was moved there this turn by Lemuria. If it was moved there
What
this
stuff under?
turn,
Oh, this stuff.
yeah. If that was there underneath, then fine. But if Lemuria moved that to try to force Gath off, then that was just suiciding those units. There's no way that would have taken out
Yeah.
Gath.
To fight Gath, you would have literally needed everything.
Now Gath, first of all, let's look at what happened with Ulm's army. It just moved up north instead of attacking. So
He's going for the throne.
right, but what happened? Like, I that wasn't. I mean, I don't know if he was always going for the throne, but I suspect some Diplo happened there between him and Gath.
I mean, why would you not attack if you're? It's just. I mean, they probably have a nap or something. But jeez.
Well, because they bumped, right?
Yeah.
And he attacked him a little bit. So I think Ulm is bullying Gath a little bit, and Gath is kind of stuck out of position, so he had to give in to whatever demands Ulm had. And maybe Ulm feels like he has time to go take the throne and then he'll kill Gath. I don't know, but
This throne's going to be harder to take than Gath's cap, though. I mean, Centaur
uh,
warriors and Vine ogres versus a shit ton of wolves, and then
the wolves aren't great. Rangers will do well against this.
I mean, they're not going to do good against the Vine ogres particularly. They'll do okay against the Centaurs,
Yeah.
but like the Centaurs could easily clear the wolves. The wolves run, and there's going to be enough Centaurs left over, even with arrows hitting them, for them to make contact and probably destroy the little quality front line he has, and could very easily get to the archers.
Well, on the bright side, it'll make very exciting viewing for
Yeah.
us.
So, not sure what's going on, but this, I mean, there's nothing over here.
Yeah.
Gath is just standing over here naked.
Now, Gath's northern army is now perhaps more exposed than ever. But
Yeah.
Lemuria also has a huge Raga stack to be afraid of. Just to the
Yeah.
north.
Maybe he's moving to just, he doesn't want to be the one that takes attrition, but yeah, I don't know. Very strange. I mean, you crack a fort with a huge pile of hell-blessed gibbers and you dodge a fight. Anyway.
That technically counts as a move back closer towards his capital. So he might have been hedging his bets with the Ulm situation.
That's true. That's true. And neither of these are really going to be worth much. They're going to be worth... this one... Oh, no. Yeah. Both of these are basically... You can just do mage recruitment out of here. And that's the only good they're going to provide you.
Yeah.
And even then, it's a palisade. So you're going to have to choose. Do I invest building a lab? Because Lemuria probably didn't build one. And upgrade a fort that's in 0 population. I don't know if I would even do that. So I think these are like almost no value. And they have no magic sites in them. So these are valuable. Like technically Gath could have gotten these and then gotten out of the war with all he needed.
Yeah, there's kind of no reason for Gath to still be doing stuff up there.
Yeah. Yeah. No reason at all. He's probably not going to be the one that, like, I don't know. I feel like Raga or Atlantis, probably Raga has got the best shot right now at taking Lemuria's cap. But we'll see. Okay, moving on. The Agarthan conflict, where are the troops positioned?
It looks like they haven't moved.
Okay, they're hanging tight. These guys are moving up. Next turn they'll be here. We got to see a tiny little battle here with the scout pinging.
Yeah, or being patrolled.
And a
That's
fair
a
amount of
lot
PD. Yeah. So this would wreck. If this army had attacked, they'd have gotten wrecked, probably. They do have a necromancer here. So there's going to be probably a little bit of skelly spam.
Yeah, and he's got reinforcements coming, so...
And then this war... This fort is not cracked, and they did not do the obvious move we predicted to go here. Instead, he went back to his capital.
Which is very odd.
Right. Because...
So that's kind of like giving up.
Well, yeah. It's kind of... I mean, because Satis probably could have cracked the fort this turn. I don't know why they did. I would have thought they would have, actually.
Well, there was no... So Abysia... Remember, Abysia had troops in his province to the east.
Yeah.
So he could have, like I guess the most elite move that I could think of is dispatch some troops either from his cap or from that province, probably from that province, to the northwest to there, because he knew exactly what was in that army. So dispatch enough to beat that. And then send... He's got his cap PD still. And so with only maybe a few more things, that would be enough in case Satis was really bold and tried to take out the capital, right? Just to
that would be super
important turn. And then you move the rest south, and then at that point, you could always move back to your capital if you felt threatened somehow. Like if Satis had moved off the fort. Anyways, I feel this was a bit too timid of a move.
Yeah. there are times you have to hide in your fort. Like sometimes you're completely countered, like, and this can happen with thugs or super combatants, and your army just doesn't have the tools to deal with it.
Yeah.
And the best thing your army can do is just hold up fort walls. But when you decide that, you're basically giving up the game.
Now, one thing we're not really talking about though is the fact that this is Citizen, so it's possible that there's like 8 assassins in every province that's not the capital.
Right. And we don't get to see the assassin battles, so
It doesn't look like any happened, or like no troops were stranded.
right.
But that might be what he's afraid of.
I know some of them. I think Empoisoners can scale walls. Oh no, they can't. Okay.
No, they can't.
So we'll see. This is a bit interesting. Joman, the army did move south. So that means Satis is very likely going to get attacked this turn. But
Well, they did have a nap.
oh, that's right.
So and this doesn't look like Satis is expecting this nap to be ending next turn.
Yeah. I don't know. There's no reason you move this army here unless you're going to attack Satis. And like if you look at army distribution along the empire, it's like whoop, everybody's down here. He's not like, well, let's hedge my bets and protect every place. Nope.
Does he have a ton of underwater breathing items? And is he maybe going to try to get his lake back?
Could be. We don't see the hero, but he could be trying to go underwater. I mean, that would make sense. We'll see.
We'll see.
I think that's it for this turn.
Yeah, we'll see in just a moment.
Yeah, let's wait, was this a turn battle or something? No. Okay, so turn 21.
Now there's a turn.
Okay, back in action. Let's start where we left off, which was with Joman. Hanging tight. These guys are just making sure these fort walls don't fall down. This is like the Night's Watch for the first 2,000 years when nothing happens.
Yeah, except they're worried about poison lizards.
Abysia making bold plays.
Sort of reclaiming his cap circle.
Right.
Yeah, just a tiny bit of PD. What kind of spells is he casting? Like, what does he have researched?
He's got a warlock in the army, too. You don't bring a warlock unless you're going to have him do some cool shit. Oh, he's got his cloud mage who's going to get burned to death.
Yeah.
Whoops.
You know, I did that a lot in our first Hellenica game where you were playing Triliax.
Oh, yeah.
I had taken Heat Aura as part of my Bliss. And then I was so excited because I got like crystal Amazons.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, Aaron, my communion. And then they all died. And I was like, what happened?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I may or may not have done that in my late age Agartha game just recently. I think you have to play with Heatar in your Bless a few times and get ruined by it before you realize, like, holy shit, I really have to pay attention to this. Because you can't mostly pay attention. You have to
constantly pay
attention. And it's not even just where you put them at the beginning. You have to think about, okay, what if this squad retreats and they run back? What will they run into on the way back? You know.
Yep.
Painful. So he takes this. He takes this and he moves a Z out. Let's see how many Fireflies a Z casts. 1, 2,
3, 4.
4. Like, why do you take a Z with you if you're gonna just like he's better researching or like he could raid?
And there's no like reason to expect any big fight in that province either. Not least of which because Satis actually raided further into Abysian territory.
Oh, the Empoisoner.
He must have gotten patrolled out.
Yeah. Raids deeper. This time, significantly more PD, so they took some attrition, but still won. 36 versus 16, and they win handily. Desert Ranger's doing okay. Oh, but Marignon.
Marignon has decided,
Oh, Marignon.
I need to get in on this before Satis takes everything.
Yeah. Satis is sending pictures, you know.
Right, selfies
Selfies of him in front of, like, dead Abyssians.
in front of the fort walls. Barbarian's doing an excellent job.
Maybe this was actually played well by Satis, because he's given Abyssia enough time to get all his, you know, he's like, hey, I'm just hanging out here. I'm just getting a throne. Yeah, we don't have a nap, but you don't need to worry about it. You know, and Abyssia's like, okay, I got my slow-ass armies all the way to the other side of my empire now and away from my capital. And then in come the armies of Marignon.
Yeah. But Marignon is kind of giving up first shot at Satis. At Abyssia, I mean. Like the capital.
I don't know, man. I don't think so. I think this is pretty good.
Yeah, what I mean is Marignon gave Satis a lot of time to do whatever he wants. If Marignon had been more aggressive, do you think he could have secured more of Abyssia?
He would have had to fight the army. Because the army was over here. As soon as he needed to give it several turns for the army to work its way over this way. And it's like, even when the army was in the cap, if Marignon attacked the same turn the army came back in the cap, he has basically no guarantee he can keep moving in. But now he's actually got a free move here. Nothing can happen. Unless these are like Chad super combatant lumber constructs. Which GC did in one of his games, right?
Yeah, he tried.
Yeah. And then he can go up here and get this for... I mean, this is just completely free. Coordinate with Satis. Be like, hey, Satis. I actually have no idea where this group's going to go. I think this group's best move is...
I think it's northwest, because that army doesn't stay there.
No, this army probably comes here, though, I think. But maybe not. I don't know. Yeah, maybe this is probably the safest one. It's probably dead.
Or lumber constructs.
Yeah. Well, but I mean, I think Marignon wants this.
Yeah.
Anyway. Not looking good for Abyssia.
Okay.
No forts up. He's got one fort, but it's under siege, and then his cap. So.
Yeah.
He does have most... no, he doesn't even have most of his cap circle, so recruitment's being shut down that way, too. Utgard with the PvE experience. Got some barbs coming in.
He's still... That Earth gnome has been there for like 8 turns, I swear.
Oh, yeah, and this is a super high-income province. He's got Gamherdings coming to handle the situation. But
yeah, but that's been around for way too long.
Yeah. On a shitty province, it's okay, but on one of your farmlands, no, it's not okay.
Now, has he moved? Yeah, he's also moved south. He's going to try to take a...
Looks like he's going to try to get this.
Yeah.
Which really, this should be Marignon's, but... I can understand, too, with Marignon, like, if he goes and sieges it down by sailing, and one turn pops it, there's always a risk that Lemuria just gives you the finger, which is basically the risk all these people are taking.
Yeah, they're all kind of...
Like, who is he going to go after? Yeah.
Yeah. And they've all retreated. Look, see, Raga moved back from that province he was in. Gath moved back.
The noose is loosened. Gath moved back.
Atlantis.
Battle with...
Yeah.
I've got... That's why I can't hit it. I had caps locked down, so none of my keys worked. Okay, Barb's coming in here.
Yeah, let's look at this throne battle.
Here to the throne.
That's a lot of Vineers.
Yeah. So the wolves are going to rout in 3, 2...
I think they're going to rout. I think they're just going to die.
They're routing now. And these guys close in. Okay, they do hit most of these Zweihanders.
Yeah, I honestly like what Ulm did a little bit. So So he had the Rangers pretty spread out so that it was a sparse line, which gave
Especially
plenty
again.
of, yeah, it gave plenty of holes for the Zweihanders to go through.
Yeah.
And now, honestly, he could have just had them in front of the Rangers, but whatever. And also, the Wolves have been successful in that they've completely made this like two separate fights. First, there's a fight against the Centaurs, and then there's going to be the fight against the Ivy Lords, right?
Yeah. So the center portion of the Rangers has been crushed, but I guess because there's not much there, the rest of the Rangers are kind of okay.
And really, it's not. They actually haven't been crushed. Like they're still there amongst the two-hand weapon guys. Now, I think some of those guys in the back are not really doing much, so that could have been a little bit better.
Oh, and the cavalry. Okay, so there's.
This cavalry's doing fine. The cavalry on the north just
They're having a rough day.
yeah, not a good day.
Okay, and these guys are getting chopped up. So there were more heavy infantry here than I thought too. Like, this is a fair amount of Ghoul Guardians, which and these guys are gonna butcher the Gibbers too. Well,
now
kind
those heavy cav in the north are having a bad day, but they are just holding it. Like they are.
Yeah.
They've been there
Vinogers
for
don't
like
hit very hard. They're
yeah.
only 16 damage.
Well, they only have 8 attack.
Yeah.
So
And so
even
these guys, they're
harassed-
going to be harassed. But yeah, they're still going to be missing half the time.
Exactly, they're harassed down to 7, so they're tanking it. And now the indie commanders are probably dead. Big human infantry with two-handed axes come up against tree monsters.
This is what this axe was made for.
All right,
So
well,
they take it, but
well
you know,
done.
it's not clean.
Well, let's see. I think it wasn't too bad.
So
how did he lose the Black Priests?
They were positioned in there with the archers up at the front.
Oh, that is bad. I actually except for the Black Priests.
Oh, let's do the gold loss, then we'll forget the Black Priest for the moment. They lost six of these, so that's 6 times 6. That's $360.
Mm-hmm.
And then $60 of these guys, so that's 420.
20.
And then $200 of these guys, so that's 620. And then the Zweihanders, they lost.
Let's call it 200.
Yeah. So. And then one of these guys.
I think if it hadn't been for the Black,
that's like 800. Yeah.
If it hadn't been for the Black Priests, this isn't too bad. But I didn't see where they got placed. But that's a terrible mistake.
Yeah, I was kind of looking at them. They were right up there in front with the archers. So.
Yeah, that was.
If they were doing, I don't know if they were. Let's watch again, see if they're doing iron darts, because iron darts actually is pretty good against vine ogres. You see them right up here.
Yeah, right. Yeah, they are doing.
They are doing iron darts. So that would have been pretty good to hit the vine ogres.
Yeah, but they're face tanking centaurs instead. So.
Yeah, you really want the heavy infantry up in front. I mean.
Yeah. All right. Well, that was almost really good. I think. I like the general idea. This is nice. Well,
this is good. Ulm
it's great for his cavalry.
Well,
great for hydromancers.
Yeah, it's great for his cav, and then Ulm doesn't really get water access, I don't think, unless the fortune teller gets some, and I don't think she does. Yeah, she doesn't. So, and these guys.
It's really nice.
Yeah. And water 3 breaks you like all the way into water. So that's really good for Ulm.
And he actually, he has access to that like other underwater throne to his southeast.
Oh yeah.
And he's even already recruiting some shamblers.
These guys have gift of water breathing. They don't, but site searching for water is going to open up other options too for bringing troops and stuff underwater.
Yeah. So that's a good get for Ulm.
But it does slow down the timing he would have where he'd be ready to really attack Gath. A little bit. But, a good pickup, I guess. I'd prefer to have Gath's cap, personally, but...
Yeah. Okay. if we
You know,
go
I
back on,
wonder. I wonder
go
if
ahead.
Gath was realized what we were talking about too, which is these things are literally going to provide zero value to him, and he's like, "I'll let the other guys deal with him."
Yeah, I mean, last turn he moved there, but it might have just been like hedging his bets, and now he's
Yeah.
like, well, my work here is done.
You know what honestly would have been better is if he took this, kept this army here to keep Lemuria scared, and he just preached with his two Cohen Gadals ever since he took this. He would have had way like because this was at
It was at 15,
1300 or
right?
15.
13, yeah.
Yeah, he would have saved way more money by just sitting here and immediately preaching.
Yep, agreed.
Who do you want to do next?
Well, let's finish around Lemura because there's something with Atlantis there. What's
Right.
that?
Oh goodness,
Oh, I
it's a
didn't
battle.
expect battle. Okay, finally the showdown. Lemuria with magic weapons everywhere.
Yeah,
Sorry, Atlantis with magic weapons everywhere.
some death and some water gems. What do you think he's doing with that?
It's pretty early in the game to have Stygian Reigns, and it would be
Yeah.
useless against Lemuria anyways. So, oh, and Atimu's here.
What heroic trait did he get? Valor. Um,
Only one hand still,
lost an arm.
but this is still only like a third of Lemuria's force.
Yeah. Here's the problem. Here's what's going to happen. These guys are going to run forward,
And melt.
and they're going to just melt like a hot knife on butter against these
It's
guys.
just like there's no contest, right? Like there's
Yeah.
the same number of Atlantean troops as there are ghosts, and they're about like 50 times better.
I mean, this formation is kind of nice for being able to flank, and so there's a chance, a small chance, I could get in against the mages.
I
But
think the flank is going to give them the opportunity to melt faster than if they
yeah,
had been on
no,
the
that's
back
my point.
line.
Is that
Yeah.
what like as soon as these people start dissolving on the front, they're just gonna puncture through, and it's just gonna melt as they go out. Like these Atlantean troops are just gonna peel around and kill everybody. And Itimu, while he's really cool, he will die nearly instantly to these guys.
All right, let's see if our predictions come true. Also, I'm curious what the what's being cast by that cat mage there with the gems.
Yeah, let's see if we can.
Water elementals.
Yeah, water elementals, which aren't very good against Lemuria. Just wasting 2 water gems. But this is the thing, and some of this you need to play Lemuria a little bit. But like, you could kill this Atlantis army, even with reasonably low tech. But you're gonna need like 500 or 600 troops.
Oh, he's got a.
He's got a
huge
fear
route.
route. It's probably this ghost up here who did it. And Atimu up here being just a huge badass.
Right, that feels like a very unfortunate route for Atlantis.
Well, I mean, that is something you count on when you're playing Lemuria fighting Atlantis, is routing some of his troops.
Now there
And
are.
these guys are what, 80 leadership? Or are they 40? I can't remember. They're 80. So they get a little morale bonus.
They're also Holy 3, and they are smashing all of these ghosts. Timu's still standing strong.
Yeah, but once he gets surrounded like this, it's like it's a matter of seconds.
There he goes.
I wonder if he got any permanent weakness. Yeah, he got -2. That shit's permanent. This from the Atlantis weapons.
Right.
So
So now he has one weak arm.
yes. So this went, I think, as well as it possibly could have for Lemuria, in terms of RNG,
Yeah.
etc.
But the problem is that those troops were routed, but they're not killed. So
Yeah.
in terms of actual damage done, it did nothing.
And they're so slow they didn't even make it off the field before everybody else got killed.
Yeah.
So
So he
they really were just
killed
taking
11 troops.
a coffee break. Yeah.
Yeah.
But this
What's
is the kind of thing because I mean I probably made this mistake when I played Lemuria the first couple times, but you have to see this army and you have to know I need at least 500 troops. Like 500 is like the break even point for fighting this. And he's like, oh, we'll try it with 150.
what season is it? Winter.
Winter,
Yeah.
yeah. Which doesn't.
Plus, it's Lemuria because
It's Lemuria. It's gonna be cold.
enemies,
Yeah. Ooh, that was a spicy battle though.
Yeah, and he didn't even, like you said, he didn't have time to ride off the battlefield, so it doesn't even slow his advance. He could
Right.
just move on to whatever fort he wants.
Yeah, Lemuria's just trying to fight all the battles over here. So he attacks Raga, and it looks like he's shaken the collar off his neck at this point, a little bit. You know, he's lost infrastructure.
Well, he's got Gath to back away, but like it's weird because it's really odd. Like we've been saying, if Lemuria puts all his troops together, he has a chance at defeating one of these big stacks from one of his opponents. But every turn, he splits them up.
Right.
But every turn, at least two of his enemies back away. So he actually Lemuria just gets back a province. So he kind of feels emboldened.
Well, the raiding thing is pretty good. The thing is, if you're
Except that would have
deathballing
been
around,
suicide, right? Like that, the attack he did on the Raga province, had Raga just kept his stack there, he would have been completely wiped.
yeah. I mean, this was actually a Grand Lemurian 2 consoles, so this would have been a fight, and he would have lost. But, like, if you're deathballing, like nobody here, like they've gotten their free forts. You know, this is worth nothing. This is going to be worth nothing. His capital's worth something, but it appears most people have decided
It's not worth.
it's not worth it.
Yeah.
So if he's deathballing, they're going to have to do something high commitment, and they're going to be doing something high commitment for a very low payoff. So if they do low commitment rating, but he's moving around with a deathball knocking people off his forts, it's probably okay. And then if they're doing something low, like if they're not going to send anything at all, because they don't want to raid, then he can just send, like he could just send, 10 troops and take this. He doesn't need to send a whole army. So,
yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I think he shouldn't be like that army not being his full force risks being wiped.
Yeah. So like he needs to consolidate these two and get like a 500 stack or like a 600 stack even, which he probably could have. And then just start knocking into shit until people leave him alone and let him be a small Lemuria.
Which honestly is fine.
Yeah. I've been a small Lemuria before. It's not that bad.
Okay.
You can just sit there and put up burden of time and stuff.
Yeah,
Make
exactly.
People hate you.
All right. So that's it for the Lemuria area.
Going up to Joman. Let's find Joman.
Right there. Oh.
Joman has not
Still
attacked.
chilling.
Still chilling. Agartha. Ooh, we've got all sorts of spiciness. So
it looks like the armies passed each other in the night.
Lebowitz rides out. And I took like, 3 heavy cav losses? 1. Very nice. And then here, we have Agartha moved on top with a low commitment stack, but the god is here.
Ooh, okay, well, let's click on the god.
So we have Firebird Factory, who, interestingly enough, does not have the paths to cast Firebird.
False representation.
He has an eye shield.
He's got construction 2, baby.
Yeah, this is like top tier construction 2 kit, by the way. Shock resistance, defense, combat speed. Okay.
And morale, I think, or something.
Yeah.
It's like a low. It's like elementals. Oh no, not even.
This is all air. This is all air. I was like, how did he get all this stuff with only one path?
That's all air. Okay.
So he's got the reinvigoration. He's got the extra defense. He's got the missile amulet of missile protection, which is a little redundant if you have air. But let's see what he buffs with real quick. Let me do it again.
Yeah.
Make sure we catch it from the beginning. We saw Iron Skin come out. Iron Skin, personal region, large. Wait, is he not size 6 to begin with? No, he's 5. Okay.
No, a lot of them are 5.
Mist form. Okay, Agartha doesn't have magic weapons.
Oh, that's it.
GG. So, now, we saw Agartha on top of the fort, so it's going to ruin a little bit of the surprise, but...
Yeah.
Now, the one thing he might not have considered is these... Oh, no, they don't. For some reason, I was thinking they had Poisonous Bite. They don't.
No, but they do hit pretty hard. Actually, the main thing that concerns me here is his choice of weapon. He's a Titan, but the most he can do is like 4 shock damage to 5 units.
Yeah.
Now, to be fair, at Construction 2, there are not a lot of fantastic options.
It is going to be okay at clearing out skeletons and stuff. Because, like, what can happen when you're dealing with skelly spam is
you can't kill
skeletons percolate in the front spot that you kill, so you're surrounded by these valuable units, but you never hit them. You only hit the skeleton in front of you, because they keep just backfilling. Yeah. And this is going to make sure you are killing everything. Oh, you know what I figured out? Somebody told me? If you hit Control C, you'll bring up the turn in the battle round. Do you know that?
What do you mean you'll bring up the turn?
Look in the top right.
I did not know that.
Yeah, Control C. 41. It's one of those hidden things. It's not even in the little... You hit question mark,
yeah,
I'll tell you all the things. Yeah.
It's like a debug console, almost.
Yeah. But it's really important, because battle turn timers are such an important mechanic.
Yeah. Can you hit F1 here?
Huh?
He's got a limp. Can you hit F1?
Yeah.
How many of the
Cave Drakes?
Cave Drakes have died?
He's killed 2, 3, 4. 4 of them.
See, we've been going... This battle is on round 60.
Yeah.
And
but having a more damaging weapon probably would help, because you can see what I was talking about's happened. The skeletons have come up and surrounded him. And the valuable units are out here.
But he's not even clearing the skeletons.
No, he is. They're just coming in faster.
No, look, it's the same skeletons that are there. Like, it's taking him 3 rounds.
Kill count, man. 54? Okay, that's actually not that high. A Mace of Eruption, I don't know if he could have forged... Can Boogers forge that?
I'm sure he can. Boogers can forge everything.
No, but this early it's Fire 2. I don't think they get Fire 2. They get the Alchemists, but I don't think they have Fire 2. So it's turn 96. He is not routed yet, but I think on turn 100 he routes. So he's about to rout.
And you just can't kill that guy. Because he's got a little whip.
Yeah.
Oh, and he's got a limp too.
Okay, this is one thing the whip is definitely not very good at. And now it's the Special Olympics.
He's got a limp, but his legs are
running off the field, and
But of course, the only units that are slower than limping super combatants are Garth and heavy infantry.
That also have limps.
Oh, that's great.
So Agartha wins the day with the most slow, crippled guy of the...
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, classic.
So what was the total count there?
Yeah, only 12.
Yeah.
It's a ton of HP on these guys. 60. I don't think a normal weapon would have been the trick either. I don't know what you do. I don't think the eye shield he needed, to be honest.
Yeah, he could have gone with a He could have done like the wrestling gloves, whatever they're called.
No, but those actually aren't that good. Because it's four. When I don't know if you know this, Zach. When you do, I wonder if I can. Well, number of attacks. So there's like how many you can have four weapons, or you can have one weapon with four attacks. If it's one weapon with four attacks, it can only attack one target.
Yeah, it's on the same guy.
Right. So, it's still deleting one skeleton a turn.
Yeah, there's not much of construction to do. I guess he would have had to dual wield something.
Yeah. I think the whip in like one hand, and then I don't know.
You can also you could dual wield. There's a nature whip that does entangle for construction 2, right?
Well, yeah, but you don't want that, I don't think, do you?
Well, I don't know. It would. I think it'd be just as effective as the shield at preventing chip damage.
You mean from like a repel or something?
Or just entangling all the stuff around you.
Oh, but it's not like a vine shield. It's just gonna entangle whatever you're hitting.
Yeah, that's true. No, because in my mind, I don't know why I was thinking it was going to jump like thing. I thought it was going to jump like the shock, but no, of course that doesn't make. It's a different.
Or you could have just dual wielded the shock whips. Maybe that was the thing. I mean, he killed a lot. He got, I think by the end he probably had 70 kills on him, and he killed a lot of these guys were low HP. So even though he didn't finish much off, he did a lot of damage, which. I don't really want to sit through the battle and look at it again. But I bet you if he dual wielded those vine whip or the thunder whips, he'd have killed.
Yeah, that might have been more effective, or like the stun hammer.
Yeah,
something like that. Anyways, it wasn't
but it was a hold, and
it's a hold.
The army retreated, and there was only one place for them to retreat to. So. A lot of them, like you don't see a lot of cave knights here or cave drakes. Like there's some, but I think a lot of the army died in the retreat.
Well, there's actually only there are not that many left, so I think this is a pretty good.
It was a solid hold. It could have been
solid hold,
marginally better, but solid hold.
Now he does have to worry about these reinforcements to the east.
Yeah, these guys?
Because that...
Oh, there's a battle here.
Oh, shit.
So Agartha pinged this before and saw there was a PD dump. And then decides...
I can go without
we
my
have cave drakes, and I have 2 necromancers who are going to spam raise skeletons. Which is the enchantment 3 version of the skeletons. And he thought, like, how could this go wrong? I've got skeletons and cave drakes.
But why not?
Agartha's like, but I have Holy 3 priests, and a huge amount of PD, and some other army, and Ichthyids.
Yeah, that is a lot of PD.
And the mages.
See, that's because the archers on keep distance. So they ran away and left the mages alone to fight the heavy cav. Yeah, the cavalry went all the way back to fight something. That seems a little odd. Instead of staying back there. But this massive PD dump is clearly going to win the day.
Yeah. So Agartha loses damn near everything. Now there was actually a pretty sizable army here too.
It's a lot of one unit here, one unit there, but he scrambled everything he could.
Yeah.
But
I mean, 60. So he brought, not as much quality because these guys are obviously much more expensive, the cave knights.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, with a huge
like his Ichthyids and a huge PD dump,
and the eparchs, which didn't actually kill that much, only 4. Normally, you see the eparchs getting in the other armies, they would regularly have like a third to half the kills, but it's only 2, but 4 is a little underwhelming. I guess they were focused on the cave knights, and they might not have gotten credit for a kill knocking him out of the night form.
Yeah, even though they did a lot of damage. Well played by Bogarus this turn.
Yeah.
I think a little eager on Agartha, like not waiting for his reinforcements. Unless I'm misremembering, but I thought that he had.
Yeah, no, these guys were
Yeah.
one turn away.
Um.
So I think
Yeah.
so. Agartha is now in a pickle. They don't really have any big armies anymore, and they've got this
Yeah.
big
They can
army from.
consolidate into like one reasonable army, but the logistics now are a bit of a
Yeah,
mess.
how do you do it? You can't. This guy's he's got an army between both the Agarthan armies.
Okay, what's the best move as Bogarus now? Where do you go with your big army?
I think you check his cap. You just go boom here, and you send.
You break siege with your.
Yeah, you probably have. I mean, you probably have cloud trapeze too, and you can
Ooh.
probably cloud trapeze on top of this guy. I'd probably break siege and cloud trapeze, and then send an army here, and then send a letter to Agartha's parents telling him he's MIA. He's if if he has enchantment 3 for cloud trapeze, then this is as good as dead. And these guys can push here, and maybe I don't think. Okay, this would be a fight though. If these guys pulled back to defend here, and he pulled in these guys, and he pulled in the cap, he would actually defend.
Yeah.
But Agartha may not know he's as beat as I think he's beat right now. And if Agartha is still feeling like, okay, wounded but confident that the war is still in his favor, he may not think he has to consolidate everything here.
What
And
about what
Bogarus
about
could go
yeah?
somewhere else. He could go like over
What
this
about
way.
moving southwest to block off the retreat and
Yeah.
then doing that cloud trapeze?
Oh, that would be well.
Because not only that, but
Well,
that is
it's not
also
going to block the retreat. What will happen is he'll do cloud trapeze. The battle will probably time out,
they'll
and
retreat
this
and then
army will
he'll
retreat into here, and then it's going to be like
yes.
half of this. So it'll be like 50 guys in here that this army smashes into, and then
Yes,
they
yes,
die.
yes, exactly.
Yeah,
That's what'll happen.
yeah, that actually would be a better move because there's no way that can go south.
And how do you I think maybe you change the script on the pretender. I would add like because he only did 4 buffs, right?
Uh, he did mist form, personal region, iron
Iron
skin.
skin.
I think that was it. I mean, he could have had it. Timber flesh doesn't matter when you have mist form.
I forget. I think he had one more, but I would do a flight and I would do attack archers.
I don't know if you want to do that.
Well, because he's
He
immune
has
to the
air
archers
shield,
anyways.
but still, I mean, you getting point blank shot by that many crossbows. A lot of the crossbows, you kind of count on them missing if you stay at distance.
Yeah, but I think with his
No, it
well,
may be
first
good. It may be good.
because the archers are the kind of units that you're gonna kill, and the lightning, like in the back,
Yeah,
he'll be near the mage. Like he
yeah,
might actually just hit the commanders and the mages with the whip there.
yeah. I mean, standing near death mages is also a little dangerous. You can get like hand of death or something, but it's not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea. I mean, yeah. Okay, so that was just a very surprising, not surprising, but I'll say an
Eventful.
effective turnaround from Bogarus. Meanwhile, on the Abyssian front, did we already cover this? We did.
Yeah, we did. I think we.
I think we've covered the wars.
I think that's it.
Raga. Let's take a look at Raga. Okay, so they're posting up here. They may be going back in for more. They clearly are trying to intimidate Lemuria, if not destroy them. But they don't look to be fully committing all their troops. They've got some troops now that are coming out to this border with Utgard.
Yeah, that's interesting because they have other things. Like they've got a throne that they could be looking at, and some barbarians or whatever they lost a province to. So it's weird to see the Zagadans over there,
Yeah.
as opposed to to the east.
I mean, what they could be looking at, because the other way to look at this is like this army is threatening Lemuria. The other way to look at it is this army is also threatening southern Utgard.
And he's already pieced out Lemuria.
Yeah. So he could just piece out Lemuria, let Atlantis finish it, which Atlantis probably could, and just take everything from here up, and then just because Utgard has taken most of the losses from fighting Lemuria so far.
And he's pretty vulnerable, I think we discussed a while back, to just attack rear flyers.
Right. So he could just blitzkrieg probably all over Utgard. The only risk would be like Scrotty, because Scrotty are one of the things that can murder Zedaeans if properly kitted, but I don't know if Utgard has that tech. Okay. Shall we do next? Oh, I think that's it for the episode.
I think that's it for this turn and probably for this episode. Yeah, we did 2 turns.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you guys.
We'll catch you guys next time.
Take care.
See ya.